It's Erica with Not Your Average EDC, back with another video. A good one, a fun one. What are we flipping? What are we sipping? Guess. Take a guess. It's always cranberry vodka, dudes. This is the best. That's what we're sipping. What are we flipping? That just flipped because it's broken in already. Small Sebenza 31 S45VN steel, dudes. That's what we're flipping. I wanted to make a video, not a long one, just about my work day with this knife. Before that, I do want to touch upon something super quick. I got 2 new beads in today from Tony at Grumpy's EDC. Excuse my dirty hands, I haven't been able to shower yet. Check these out though. Aren't those cool? The camera doesn't do them justice because they're anodized, and this one especially is a little sparkly. But I wanted to show these because a lot of people ask what beads I use, and I use 2 main beads. I have a low-cost bead and a high-cost bead. I use both, and I have those options so that I can give them out to people, because not everyone has $55 or $65 to spend on a bead, so I like to have like a lower cost one too that I genuinely do like. So you guys see these on my page. I run a lot of Z&C Metalworks beads on my knives. They're super simple, $17 per bead. I believe that's with shipping. This one is Jade G10 that I'm running it on my Sebenza. They're really nice. They're simple. They have a bunch of different shapes. They have a bunch of different materials. $17, okay? That's the starting price, I believe. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that's shipped. So if you don't have a ton of money but want a cool bead, Z, like the letter Z, and C, letter C, Metalworks. Z and C Metalworks, okay? That's where I get those from. If you're looking for something really fancy, that's where these really cool ones come in. So these are from Grumpy's EDC. The guy that makes them is named Tony. He's out of Florida. Wicked cool guy, super talented. Both of these, I forgot to mention, are machined, okay? They're not like handmade, they're machined. So these, I believe, are $55 without shipping for just one. So you're moving way up in price. You can't see my pretty face. These are, yeah, $55, I believe. He does have some that run for like $45, but those are really cool. This is the Trax bead, and I also have another one from him. This is called his Reaper bead. So it's supposed to look like an AR muzzle, I guess. So that's the Reaper. They're huge, guys. I can't explain how large these are. Like, they're very large beads. They're not crazy heavy. They're just long and they're large, but what's cool about them is you can hide the knot of your lanyard inside the bead, which I really like. The freaking mosquitoes are back again. So yeah, same thing on the Trax. You can hide your knot within there. Really cool. They're awesome. They're super well made, and Tony tried to match the color of this one to my knife. Really close. I mean, it's almost the same. So that's going to look super cool. I'm going to throw these together tonight. Not sure what my other one is going to go on. This more like seafoam turquoise one, or teal. I'm not sure what I'm going to put that on yet, but they're both beautiful. So I just wanted to give a shout out to those bead companies because they make great stuff. But let's talk about my work day. So for those of you that are just coming into the channel or aren't caught up or whatever, sorry, I'm watching my dogs while I'm talking. I started a new job recently. I used to be in a production environment and I was doing the mechanics for the job. I am now in a landscaping, construction, interior design role. So if you thought I was using my tools before, holy crap, am I using them now? I'm running the Chris Reeve Knives Small Sebenza 31 in S45VN steel this month. That's what I'm testing. And I got a ton of use with it today. And I figured while this is all fresh in my mind, I would make a video as opposed to waiting until the end of the week or something to record. So let's just go over it real quick. What I did today was I did a lot of painting. I used the caulking gun to fill in the seams on the windowsills because they were just trashed. And I filled in a ton of holes with putty that were in the ceiling and stuff. So I'm working on the porch right now of what actually was my old house, and now I'm actually back working on it. And I got to use this a whole bunch today. So what I used it for was the windowsills. It looked like somebody had tried to fix them themselves with caulking, and I think what they did was they put the bead of caulking into the seam and then they didn't smooth it out, so they just left the raw bead there. And they put, like, I'm figuring they probably didn't know how to cut the tip of the tube off either, because it was really globby and stuck, and it was hardened. Obviously this is old stuff, so I used my knife to cut away some of that stuff before I laid the new bead down. I didn't want to just glob it up with crap, so I did use, I'm kind of wondering if you can see that. You probably can a little bit. I did use the tip of my knife to kind of pull and cut all of that old caulking out of the seams. What else? Obviously, like, obviously I'm dying. I'm not editing that out. Okay. Obviously, opening the packages of everything that my boss had to buy, like all the materials and stuff, opened all that. No problem. I had to cut... Oh, that's another thing that I did. There was poison ivy growing in the house. Weird. Only in New Hampshire, right? There was poison ivy vines growing through the window and into the house, so carefully I cut all of that away and tried to pull it out of the wall. I mostly used the knife for trimming all of the caulking, though, and some of the putty that I put up. And yeah, breaking the seam with the painter's tape if it got a little too, like, painted over and I didn't want to rip it off and rip the paint with it. Use the knife. So I just wanted to talk about some of the things I used my knife for today, because I know you guys enjoy, like, hearing what I do with the knife and seeing what I do with the knife. So yeah, I figured I would just kind of talk about a few things that I did with it. It's still really sharp. The tip definitely took a little bit of a hit. I can tell it's not as sharp, but it definitely still has an edge, so that's nice. But yeah, so it has a little bit of, like, residue on it. That's fine. The scales are like full-blown patina mode. They're so caked with oil and grease and dirt. So they are nothing like they were when they first got here. Let's check out the back. Oh, yeah, I've got to clean that up. Sorry. It's definitely got some caulking stuck on it right there. Yeah, that'll come off just fine. I'll clean that up later. But yeah, so I just wanted to show that and let you guys know that it took the work just fine. It still has a great edge. It didn't roll, didn't chip. And an update on the lock here. The lock, I think, might be getting a little better. There's no way the camera's going to pick this up because it's a piece of poop. Ugh, come on. Can you do anything for me? You can't see because it's blurry, but right there, that's where a track is starting to wear in from the ceramic ball. It is making a difference. So when I first got this, I had up and down blade play. Like I said, half of the people were saying it's normal and it's a feature, and half of the people were saying send it the fuck back and get it fixed. I'm not sending it back. The blade play, it's definitely still there. I don't actually, you know what? I take that back. I don't think it's gotten any better. I thought it did, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. I thought it maybe was a little better, but now that I'm really, like, trying, it's the same. So that track that is wearing in there hasn't made a difference at all. That is not changing it. It still has up and down blade play. I am not sending it back. I spoke about this quickly. It was not quickly. Why am I saying that? I spoke about this very in depth, actually, in a live stream, and then quickly in another video, that I'm not sending it back because everyone else sends their knives back to get fixed, and then they're like happy-go-lucky and it's like nothing ever happened. I'm not doing that. I'm going to run this as it is with the blade play and everything. and see what happens with it, because I, number one, don't want to wait 2 months to get this back, up to 2 months, and number two, guys, this video is full of distractions. There's freaking ants all over me. Number two, everyone sends their stuff back immediately. They get in a knife and it has a problem, and then they send it right back, and it's like, what if it could go away, or what if somebody just wants to see what happens if you don't send it back? That's what I want to do. Everyone else sends their shit back, and I don't want to. I want to see what happens with this almost $500 knife when I run it with the problems it came with. It doesn't bother me. I know it bothers other people. It doesn't bother me at all. I do not think about the up and down blade play when I am using this knife all day long. So I'm just going to run it and see what happens. It's working fine. The lock is not going to give out on me. If you're wondering and saying to yourself, oh my gosh, how could you not send that back? What if it closes on you? It's not going to. Look at that. We have plenty of purchase right there. It's just up and down blade play because the ball and the surface of the tang obviously do not fit together because it's a flat surface and a spherical surface. My goodness. Okay, that's it. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. That's the stuff that I did with this. It did not destroy it. It's in prime condition. Check out Grumpy's EDC. Check out Z&C Metalworks. Check out Death Grip Scales if you want a Benchmade Strider hybrid. Whoosh. Yeah. And check me out if you like cool mods, because I did that. Because I did that acid stonewash, and that acid stonewash, and this whole mod. Me! I did that. Alright, that's it. Cheers, guys. Hope you have a great night. Go drink something. Love ya. Use yo shit.